Well, I'd like to deal with one of the questions that's often brought up about the Bible. It's an objection to the Bible being true, or if it's not that, it's an honest question that people will often ask. And it's this one at the moment I want to deal with. Where did Cain get his wife? Adam and Eve had two sons, Cain and Abel. And we learn in Genesis chapter 4 that Cain murders Abel. And he goes off to the east, to the land of Nod, and he finds a wife and he marries her. Where did Cain's wife come from? And that's the question. Either it's a cynical objection to the Bible, or it's an honest question and that desires an honest answer. Well, let me give the answer to that question. Where did Cain get his wife? The Bible's very clear that Adam and Eve lived to a great old age. In fact, Adam was 930 when he died. And in the Genesis record, we learn that as well as Cain and Abel, we know of Seth, who is a named son. But also they had many other sons and daughters, many other children. And it would have been a great number of children that Adam and Eve were able to have, living to be 930. And the answer to the question, where did Cain get his wife? Well, Cain married one of his relatives. If it wasn't a sister, it would have been a niece or a great niece. Wouldn't that have produced problems? I thought incest wasn't allowed. The reason you can't marry a close relative is that there will be genetic defects in the family code, and if you marry a close relative, then those genetic defects are compounded, and birth defects will become common. So you can't marry a close relative. But in the early history of mankind, those birth defects wouldn't be around because the genetic code was largely pure. And so to marry a close relative wouldn't have been a problem. But as the years went by, the genetic code became more and more defective, and so it was not good to marry a close relative, but not in the days of Cain. So here's the answer to the question, where did Cain get his wife? Well, he married a sister or a close relative. That's the answer to that particular question.